think I'm ready to talk about this now, y'all. I think I got maybe about a good hour and a half of sleep. I've been pacing all when I tell y'all all night. I've been walking around this apartment just thinking. I can't wrap my head around this. I'm gonna try to get through this live without crying, y'all. But this is sad. It's not always a flex um to be tough, basically. I wouldn't say or label myself as I wouldn't label myself as a bully. My past has a way of coming back to me. Yeah, I'm gonna just say that. Um, but this got to be the saddest life you know, saddest thing I ever got to talk about. Um, I'm trying to get through this, y'all. Just give me a second. I'm trying to watch my words. I'm trying to, out of respect of his family, I'm not mentioning his name. But y'all, I'm just too sad. I'm just too sad. Like I can't. I can't even believe this shit. Like, all right, so let me just explain the situation from my perspective and how this is tied to me. Okay, so I'm in here just minding my business, and next thing you know, I get messages on Messenger out the sky blue of classmates that I haven't seen these people in years. Um, but they were informing me that this person that I used to beat up, I used to beat him up a lot. I mean, we had several dramatic fights, and it was like, we got over him. As you know, even at the graduation, I thought we made up, and I thought, you know, we let it go or whatever. But some things, old wounds, old triggers, keep occurring to people, keep happening to people. And although it may not seem like I created it or I started something to happen to him in his life, it just seemed like I don't know how to explain this, y'all. I'm trying to get through this. Let's just say I never want to go on with my well. I never want people to fear me, even as an adult. If we, went through something in the past, and even if I think, you know, it was let go, don't fear me. I just, this shit is just like, It's just something that bothers me. Anyway, the classmates that was contacting me, they were contacting me because the person that I used to beat up a lot over situations that happened or whatever, um, he wrote something on one of his social medias. One of his friends convinced him to take it down because it was too sad. He listed an event where I did something traumatic to him, and um he ended up breaking a bone. Um he didn't list anybody. I mean, he didn't write anybody's names like that, but he wrote like initials or nicknames. He didn't use real names. Um but it just so happened that my event that happened to him was listed first. I guess to say that it started with what happened to him. And we, mind you, we were kids when this happened. But the letter that he wrote on his social media was like basically like he's tired of getting beat up. He been getting beat up all his life. He listed every event I guess that he could possibly think of, every person that he ever had a conflict with or problem with in his life. They said I didn't see the post, but people described it as, it was like a sad letter that he was something was about to happen, basically. So when his friend convinced him to take it down, it didn't stay on long or whatever. Um it was like maybe like 5-10 minutes. He kept it up because he was gonna put it on everything, like all of his social medias, but then his friend convinced him not to. So I'm trying to get through this, y'all. I'm trying to say this wisely. I don't know if anybody else recognized other people that he mentioned because I don't even know the people. Because there was like some some people from elementary school, some people from his high school, his college that he went to, any previous schools he went to after that, or even people. It may not have been schools, it may have been people out in the street that in his community that he knew. But the events were very traumatic. Each event that he named got more severe than the other one. And they said one another friend visited his house because he had not been answering the phone all day and had not been, I guess, playing video games all day. Nobody heard from him. He didn't go to work that day. It was just like he was just alone. Like he just isolated himself from everybody. And they said that he went, the friend, um, I guess had a key to his place or whatever, and his mom and everything was calling him, and his family was calling his friends or whatever. Yeah, this is sad. I'm just trying to watch my words. I'm just trying to be careful on how I describe this and say what I gotta say. It was like he was in his house alone. So first the friend went there and he said that he saw him sleep, like he was asleep, because he said he woke him up. Um, and they exchanged a few words, said a few things to each other, and then the friend was saying that he was like, "All right, man, I'm just coming to check on you to make sure you're okay." So that first wellness check, he was okay. So I guess some hours after that, well, I don't know how long ago, like how far apart, the wellness checks were, because multiple people checked on him. So then the friend said something didn't seem right, like something was off, because that's not like him to be, ignoring people when, he felt like something was on his mind. It just wasn't right. Like he couldn't pinpoint what it was. So he said later that day he went back to his house with his daughter and his mom. By this time this is like the second time they checked on him. And I don't know how far apart these moments were. So don't quote me on the timing of it. But it wasn't that long, the checks weren't that long apart from each other. So he was in the bathroom at that time, and they was just asking him like, why you not answering your phone? Or, you know, so he made up some kind of lie or some kind of excuse and was like, oh, my phone broke at the moment. It don't work. And I'm gonna have to get a new one. I can't contact nobody at the moment. That's what he's told them. But he was in the bathroom. Um, and I'm guessing he takes medicine or something like that, because they were saying that when he got out of the bathroom, his all of his medications or whatever was all over the sink, like they were lined up on a sink. So they was asking him like, "Are are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?" And he's still denying that he had a problem at that time or anything was ever wrong. So they still checking up on him. Basically, they're doing what they supposed to do. Basically, um, the friend didn't tell anybody about the letter that he wrote. He just checked on him because, like he said, he had a feeling something was off with him. Um, at that time, nobody knew about what he wrote except him and a friend and whoever else seen it on the social media that he posted on. So I guess they left him alone. They said that he gave his daughter a kiss and was talking to her and was saying that how he loved her. Like he gave her like this warm felt, heartfelt hug or whatever. but they still didn't get the hint, that something was wrong because they couldn't pinpoint it out. Um, so then they left. They had left. He said that he took his daughter to go get something to eat, and he was going to come back and go, back to his house so the daughter could eat the food or whatever. And when he and the friend came back, it's like I said, this particular friend has the key to his house. Um, so they came back, and when they went to his house, everything was still he made it seem like everything was still normal. Um, like he left everything that he left out in the living room, or everything was still in place except the stuff that was on the sink in the bathroom. The stuff that he had on the sink in his bathroom was now transferred to his bedroom. They noticed that the stuff that he had on the sink was transferred to his bedroom. Some of the stuff was on the floor next to his bed. And they said that his daughter went in there like, Daddy, wake up, Daddy, wake up, Daddy, wake up. So as she screamed, Daddy, wake up, Daddy, wake up, the little girl walked out of his, like, I don't know if she walked or she ran. I wasn't there, y'all. But she came out of his bedroom and was like, Uncle, Daddy not waking up. Daddy not waking up. And I say this, I'm saying this to say this. It's not always a flex to brag about past conflicts or past, arguments, because even though, the fight might be over, but the war is still going in people's minds. You may have thought you won that time, but in reality, you lost. And as I reflect on me, because back then it was a pride thing of why I was, how I was back in the day with my fights. I never want to see nobody see me losing or being picked on, or because I did get picked on a lot. And this person, we had multiple, like I said, we had multiple altercations in the past. Um, I guess that one just stuck out the most to him. And we was kids when that happened, like literally kids. And the thing that gets me the most is he's to this day he still remembered that event that happened. I mean, I still remember it too, but sometimes you don't know how the victims of you being tough or you not wanting to see people, you not wanting people to see you lose, or things like that of could affect the other person. And I feel like if I could have, if I could take back the events that went on between him and I, if I know now what I know, what I didn't know back then, to prevent this, I would change it in a heartbeat. Because this was somebody who not only did he like was afraid of me, and the school that we was in, when we got to high school, he still felt the same way, even though he pretended at the graduation like we was all cool, and he still felt the same way. um to make a long story short, he transferred out of the same school that I was in, just because we was in the same school. If we saw each other in the street and we was walking on the same sidewalk together, he would cross the street so he would avoid me, avoid any eye contact with me at all times. Never even cut an eye at me. Won't even, will act like he never saw me or anything. And I used to be like, you don't have to be, it don't gotta be like this. You don't gotta be afraid of me. I'm not gonna hurt you or harm you. I'm just, and this was when I was when I graduated from that school, I had transitioned and changed, my life around, my lifestyles around. And I decided not to be so aggressive, or not be, I'm gonna just say, a combative with other people. It was just like he had this fear of me, like as if, I don't know. And I guess to this day, the things that went on played back in his mind, even as an adult. As for him to mention, and he mentioned every detail in that particular event. After he mentioned my event, he mentioned other people's events, where other fights where he got beaten up. And like I said, each event, each fight was more traumatic or severe than the other one. When I tell y'all, ever since I found out about this person, or found out about this whole thing, because I just, my mind is just racing. I've been literally walking around this apartment for hours until I literally fell asleep. Just literally fell asleep about 9. Just racing. My mind is just racing. Like, I don't know what to think. I don't know. I don't know. It's not, it's not a flex to be tough or aggressive, especially with people don't, I don't know how to explain it. When I tell y'all my heart is hurting right now, my mind is just racing. I got a lot of emotions. I've been praying. I've been repenting. No, I'm just all fucked up right now. And I tell y'all, this has been all night thing that's been on my mind. Like I said, I only got an hour of sleep. I'm gonna try to go outside at least, get some air, try to do something, listen to music, something to try to ease my mind. Cause right now this hurts. This really hurts me. It's been bothering me all morning. Since about, I say about 3 in the morning when I got the first message. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna try to get off of here. Um, I'm gonna try to do something. I probably need to get out this house. If it don't rain, I might go out. But I need to breathe. I need to relax. And ease my mind, cause right now I'm not at ease. When my mind is racing. But I might be on here, I might not. If I go in y'all live, I might not say much. I might just be in there just to be in there. But I don't know. I don't know. Right now I'm not in the best of moods. I really do need to go back to sleep. I don't know what I should do, y'all. I don't know, but I'll figure something out. Alright, I'm gone.